Welcome back to my channel. Going to be talking about the Ducati Supersport today, so if you're looking in for the BMW stuff, there's nothing here. Had my first issues with the Supersport. It threw an engine check light. I didn't want to go to a main dealers and pay full asking price, so I searched the internet and found a local guy lives about 3 miles away from me at D&G Performance in Eastleigh near Southampton, and lo and behold, it's a guy that I used to ride with about 15 maybe 20 years ago. His name's Paul. So I rang him up and we realised we knew each other, and Paul squeezed me in the next day to go round, and he'd put it on the computer and check to see. But one of the very first things he said to me over the phone was, does it sound any different? Exhaust sound, because the flapper valve, like all models, not just Ducatis, I know BMWs suffer from them, and I'm sure there's other various makes, these valves get stuck. Sometimes in the open position, sometimes in the closed position. I hadn't noticed anything. It sounded fine to me. Still burbled like it should. Popped off the throttle, which is what I love about this bike. And so I took it around, stuck it on the computer, and sure enough, flapper valve. So Paul was saying that you can get an eliminator to plug in and do away with them, and that would probably be the best way to go. But so let's get it on the ramp and we'll have a look. So he sticks it on the ramp, and first thing he notices is the cable's routed under the heat shield, between the heat shield and the header pipe, and it actually stuck to the header pipe. So he's pulled that off, and so, you know, we might get lucky here. So connected the computer back up, and lo and behold, the fault cleared, and we no longer have the engine check. So I can only assume that I must have knocked that when I've been cleaning it, on the rare occasions that I do clean it. I can't see a mechanic would have moved it on it unless he. Well, I just can't see him doing that. So I'm blaming that on me. If you do get an engine check valve, always worth having a look underneath and seeing if that cable's somehow managed to get pushed. You know, probably 1 in a million, but I thought I'd share that with you. I'll show you the cost of the work done. So it was £161 with the investigation for the fault, oil change, brake fluids, and chain adjustment and lubrication, which I thought was pretty good. I think his hourly rate is £50 an hour, and I think he was saying that the dealers charge 70, so you know, there was 40 quid saved there. I was happy with that, and I'd rather give the money to someone I know than the dealers, to be fair. You know, it's 5 years old. It doesn't need to be stamped. I haven't got to worry about warranty. Busy down here today. So that was my little excitement for the week. sure if these two are partners or a training run. Oh, the other thing Paul done was he dropped the pressures on the tyres. I had them at 36 and he said that was way too high. I'll say way too high. He thought that was not the optimum pressure and dropped, I think he dropped them down to 32. I'm not sure. It's not filling me with confidence. But he also backed down the rear suspension shock by 2 clicks, which I think has softened it a little bit. And again, I'm not sure about that. It's not filling me with confidence at the moment, but I'll run with it for a week or so before I change anything.